All right. I think it is about time we get started. Welcome everybody on back to Ebe, the story about a girl that gets lost in a museum and gets isekai'd away to a horrible, horrible land of evil paintings that are trying to kill her. Last time we got... It's not the best ending, but we did get the good ending, where Ebe survives and Gary survives, and Mary gets set on fire. However, there are a couple other endings, and I looked it up, and I now know what they depend on. So, I think it's time to get back into it. So, let us switch over to our game, and I think we're ready to go. Okay. So let us... I forget if we need to do new game or not. Oh, and let me double check my levels really quick. Okay, I think we're doing okay. So we'll do a new game really quick. We'll just run through it really fast. So, the handkerchief is important. But we'll be fine. Alright. So I'm just gonna kind of skip through dialogue till we get to it. I mean, this game is really short, so it shouldn't take too long for us to get through everything. Okay. We'll be a good girl. We'll go straight to the Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, so if you guys didn't notice it before, this is Gary right here, looking at the Hanged Man. Question mark world, okay. And the music stops. And oh no. Okay. No one's around. Oh, excuse you. I don't remember this one. Eternal Sleep. I believe we're supposed to go back upstairs. We're gonna ignore that guy. He can't scare us. There's a blue liquid leaking from behind the frame. I'll show you a secret spot. All right. Let us take the plunge. Pun intended. We'll take the rose. When the rose... Question mark. So too will you? Question mark. Hair dropping out of the frame. Creepy lady. They're all like, thief, 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 thief. That's fine. Oh, that's right. Let's not get smacked. It's locked. But we can take the painting of an ant. Oh, can we not get up there quite yet? Because we haven't seen the hole. Okay, we can't cross it. And I'll talk to Mr. Ant just in case. Okay, we'll take that. Wow, we got smacked pretty hard. That's fine. Get the green key. We'll get chased. That thing's gonna fall to its death. Use the green key. Meow. Anything in here? Empty. Push, 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 push. And it's gonna get kind of legsy with us. Okay. And then I need to look at this. Look at feet. Respectfully. And then go over here. We get the heels. Make this table look fabulous. Okay, stop here. Get on stool. Get fish. Thank you, Mr. Stool. This wants to play hide and seek. It's probably here, if I recall. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, I found him. Found me, you get a prize. Cool. Oh, I just realized that the fish came out of the painting. The knife cut it in half. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay. We'll put the fish in. He's gonna spit at us. Gross. We'll wind this up. So yeah, this game is a lot faster once you know what you're doing. We'll wind that up. If I recall, it's under B2. Yeah. I'm surprised I remembered that. So many useless pieces of information in my head when I don't need it, and when I do need it, like nothing. Give me the fruit. Danke. Hungry, give food. Give to me. Give food. This tasty. You good, let you pass. Go through my mouth. Okay. Let's use up some water. Heal up. Okay. Let's not get smacked by the grabby hands. And then we will not die. Hey, Sam. This is indeed another ending run. I'm just gonna showcase the best ending. Or at least get to the part where you can get endings to diverge. Does this ending have more hot dogs? Hot dogs? I don't remember. How was my night? It's really hot. And I've been drinking water all day, and it's just not helping. But I also sunburned myself pretty bad working on my car the other day, so it is what it is. Oh. Oh, we can skip this now. Cool. Hydrate. Yeah, I know, seriously. Thank you for reminding me, by the way. Need to set up channel points and hydrate. I will. I'm still not an associate. I don't think you get channel points until... Sorry, not associate. Until you're affiliated. It's gonna be a while just because, like, I don't advertise. But yeah, once those are there, definitely gonna do it. Undercloth. Lady in blue. It's locked. Okay, so we can't get in there quite yet. Okay, I think there's a statue. Where do I get the... Oh, does he have a key that he drops? No. Here? Eternal blessing. Yeah, no, that channel points is something I'll have eventually. He does look very dead. Where's the key? Maybe I should read things. Maybe it spawned in after I left. Or it might be in one of these paintings. I forget. Or I just need to... I need to do everything. Okay, yeah, he has the key. I just had to look at him funny. He does look dead. So you remember the whole flower thing? So the flowers represent their life. Ib's flower is red, and Gary's is blue. Okay. Luckily, she's on the floor, so she can't get back out. She was able to get up on the stool over here and get out. Okay. Oh, we should probably put it back in the water. Yeah, so he's not dead anymore. See, Gary needs to hydrate too. Yeah, so there are a couple different endings and different variations of endings. I looked it up. It's actually more complex than I remember it being. So there are, I think there are 3 point values that are evaluated at the end. And depending on what those values are, you'll have a different combination of endings depending on who's alive, who's dead, and some other stuff. Oh, actually, I am interested. There was a painting back in the other room and we couldn't read it. So I wonder if he'll let us go back and read it. The one that's in the secret room. There's a woman in a painting here. You say she chased you, so you had the same harrowing experience. Oh, interesting. There's new dialogue over here. Okay, Gary, what's this say? Soul-sapping throng. Interesting. Okay, well, with that, my curiosity's satisfied. Okay. Let's do the teapot puzzle. Let's see if I remember it. And then boop. And boop. 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 Yeah, easy. Boop. Boop. We did it! The smell of tea began to waft through the room. It's a porcupus. We're having more smoke here again. It's kind of surreal. Yeah, I'm used to that. It pretty much happens every single year during the summer, but if you're not used to it, it is kind of a weird experience. So definitely if you're sensitive to smoke, you should definitely set up a filter in your house. When that happens, people tend to go out and buy a bunch, but you can get one really cheap actually if you have a box fan. You just get a couple of furnace filters and then tape them together, and then the box fan in like a triangle, and then you put like cardboard on the top. I think I'm gonna go hiking along the woods and take a nap. That sounds like a dangerous idea. But you do you. Let's see. Oh, it's I'm moving the benches, that's right. The stools. Are there any other RPG Maker games you're considering streaming? I was thinking of maybe doing Mad Father. There are a couple others that were pretty good. That's more of like a body horror thing. I also have the remake of Yume Nikki, but I think that one's a bit longer. What about? Is that a question? Oh, what is Mad Father about? Oh, the Witch's House. Yeah, that was another one I was thinking of. The Witch's House is fun. Wait, did I get the ring? Eye drops. No, I got the eye drops. Okay, perfect. Do I really need them, though? Can I not just... No, okay, so I do need to give the eye drops to this guy. I think the Witch's House would be fun. I think it'd be fun to do, like, RPG horror stuff, like, in between larger games. Okay, we got the red glass ball. Okay, I read that now. So I do like going through these. I'm not a super huge fan of going through and getting all the endings just because, like, you see this. This is just, you know, trivial at this point because I know all the solutions to the puzzles. So I like games where it's more about, like, having different experiences and not necessarily having different endings. I'm okay if everything, like, converges in one ending, but it is kind of fun to have some sort of influence on how you get from point A to point B. Which is why I really, really liked Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I feel you. It definitely feels like a good way to cleanse the palate. Yeah, I think they're simple. They're simple and they're story-based. Like, in my opinion, okay, this is a hot take. They're better RPGs than, like, traditional JRPGs. Okay. Hanged Man. Get a better look. 2569 because he's upside down. They can be. Yeah. So my big gripe with, like, specifically Final Fantasy, was it 9.6 or 6.9? Oh well. We'll find out. Okay, good. My gripe with Final Fantasy more has to do... Well... I don't think they're as good of stories as people remember them to be. I think a lot of it's nostalgia speaking. I'm not saying that they weren't great for their time. I just don't think they're interesting enough for me to want to grind through stuff. So I'll play them, but I have to be cheating. I think my favorite one is 9, but yeah, I definitely cheated on that one and gave myself like infinite experience. Oh, I saw that what's its name is getting more content. Yes. I 100% yeah, what's its name is. Oh, Anime Shorts Girl 3. Oh, Atli Ryza. Yeah, so they tend to do that. They constantly work on those games after their release. I don't know, like, I'm probably going to finish Atli Ryza 3 on my own time. I felt it wasn't the most engaging experience for sharing with other people. I just don't think it's... I don't think it's as good as 1 and 2. Or I should say, it's not as engaging as 1 and 2, because I feel like, from what I've played, maybe it gets better later, but I feel like they're stuck on the same story beats repeatedly, and the theme is just, oh, look at Ryza and their friends, they're adults now, but they never move past that, and they've been doing it for like, what, like 15 hours now? I feel you really need to get people in those fan bases to enjoy those streams. Yeah, and the thing is, like, I wasn't enjoying it as much, so I don't feel like the need to continually play it. But it's still a good game. It's just the issues I have come from... Okay, I have the anglerfish lamp. The issues I have more come from how the flow of the game is going, and that is 100% because of the decision to make the game more open world. And I don't think that was necessarily a useful design decision. I think it was more of they wanted to have an open world because they wanted to stretch themselves as developers, but at the detriment to the workflow. Oh, 1 second. Golden bird. Shoot, there's a ball somewhere I have to get. No, I did get the ball. Oh yeah, I have the light now. That's why it's lit up. But yeah, so it just comes from it being open world, whereas the first and second game, there are choke points where you always have to walk through, and you would just kind of naturally and organically run into these slice of life cutscenes, and it was really nice because you would just do it on your daily task. It was just, you know, it's summer break and you're on this adventure, but you're doing like little menial things as well, and so it just kind of had this magical, like, wistful summer feel to it. But in the new one, all of those cutscenes are marked on the map. You kind of have to seek them out. So it doesn't have the same feeling behind it. It's not natural. It's you have to search it out. So it becomes more of a chore than it was just an experience unfolding to you, which was unfortunate. Because that was kind of what made Atli Ryza special. And I think the second one's even better than the first one. It was a really good game. Let me see. It's times like I question the people who say 80-hour JRPG is short, have time for anything. It's true. It's true. That's why I don't play JRPGs, like old school JRPGs, without like emulation or cheating. Another key, no except for us. Ib is something the matter. Feeling painting on your mom and dad. Okay. I don't think we have any options for interacting with Gary quite yet. Yeah, I think it's fine like when you're a kid. But I'm definitely glad that we've moved away from like gauging a game's price against how many hours of content you get out of it. And like the early 2000s, I think I'm glad that we've moved away from that mentality. Okay, this is the first decision that I think affects whether Gary dies or not. People still get mad if they paid $20 and got 3,000 hours out of a game sometimes. I mean, or they don't. Like, look at Vampire Survivors. It's just a fun time. And very simple game, $3, you can play it for hours. Oh no, Spoopy. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. Ah! I'm totally scared. My siblings were making fun of me for not reacting to like horror segments in games. My coping mechanism is just to say, "Oh, that's a thing. Hi." And just continue going. Oh no, Ebe. 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 Okay. Oh no. Oh no, also not real. Oh no, she fainted. Yeah, she did. And then... Yep, she did indeed faint. And then this room... Oh, okay. So we just have to wait. This room is the first point, I think, where we can get affection points for Gary. So how it works, there are 2 affection ratings. And then there are... Yeah. There's... You have Gary's affection rating. You have Mary's affection rating. And then you have the variable of whether or not Gary dies. So the angrier Mary... So Gary dying, you can think of that as being Gary's affection meter with Mary. Mary doesn't like Gary, but you could think of it as an anger meter. The angrier she gets at him, the greater chance he has of her just finishing him off. You're an engineer. How likely do you think I could get a battery from the 80s to recharge? Mary's Angie meter. Yeah. If it's from the 80s, it's likely. Is it a... Do you know what chemical it is? If you're recharging it, it's probably a lead acid battery. In which case, I would say not a very good chance at all. You could technically undo it, scrape off the lead plates and refill it with acid, but that's very hazardous, even if you are trained in it. And chemically, it's... You can get your hands on the acid, but it's a hassle, and it's actually cheaper just to buy a new battery. Lead acid tasty, yeah. Yeah, funny enough, they're like only, what was it, like... Okay, we'll save there. This is our master save. I think we just need to keep talking to him. Sadly, this is a form factor I don't think I'll find a replacement for. Question. What is it supposed to power? Is it like a 12-volt automotive battery? Oh my god, how thoughtful of you, Ebe. And an overcoat. Because generally, as long as you can match the general output voltage, and more or less the capacity, which is usually the size, you can pretty much put anything in anything. Nah, a Sony Handycam and portable VTR. Oh. Okay, so that wouldn't be a lead acid battery. It would be a rechargeable, like, nickel battery. Yeah, no, that's probably not gonna happen. What you could probably do for that, you could look up to see if there are any hobbyists that are making battery packs. And what I would do is I would look on the information on the battery, and then I would make like a lithium cell to match it, and like slots in. Because you can get, depending on which cells you can get, you can like do the math, and you can set up resistors and stuff so that it outputs the same power and voltage. Easier to say for an engineer. Here's the thing, I'm an engineer, I'm not a technician. I theoretically know how to do this, but yeah, it would be difficult. You'd have to make a lot of decisions, and the big thing is like measuring the inside, because I remember how those... Is it the type that slots in, or is it the type that hangs out on the side? Your clothes, they may look simple, but they use fine quality cloth, do they? I wish I had the resources of funds to make USB-C boy slots inside. Oh, yeah, no, slotting inside is difficult. You could probably, like, 3D... It'd be easiest if you had, like, well, even a 3D scanner, because it's a small space inside, would be difficult. Probably what I would do is I would take a 3D... If you had one. I think iPhone, you can 3D scan a lot of stuff, because it has, like, a LiDAR beam on the back of it for, like, measuring distances. But you can, like, 3D scan it or use photometry on the battery case to get, like, a 3D scan of, like, the pins and stuff to place it. And then I would, like, 3D print a little jig and then maybe design it for, like, an extended capacity where I can, like, hang it on the outside. Why do you talk like a lady? Sorry for troubling you. Something apology. You didn't do anything wrong, Ebe. I didn't know he had so many lines of dialogue. But yeah, no, slotting inside is difficult, and yeah, so it'd be easier to, like, take measurements off of the battery pack. Hey, Ebe. 9. Oh, so Ebe is 9. Okay, so we talked with him a bunch. We have upped his affection. Okay. Okay, no, I'm ready. It's like I'm going to hydrate again. Oh gosh, people are like, it's not even that hot. But I'm a big baby when it comes to this stuff. Anytime it's over 70 degrees, I become incredibly uncomfortable. I feel you, dude. I do not enjoy the heat either. Yeah, I prefer 69 degrees. Ba-dum-tsh. Nice. If we're being serious, I am actually most comfortable when it's around 50-ish to mid-50 degrees outside. Which seems weird. But it's just how it is. Which seems funny since I spent like 2 years in Peru, which was like hot all year round. But I actually prefer, you know, 69 to low 60s. Yeah, I feel that. I think a lot of it has to do... oh yeah, that's right. It's the dirty book. Whoops. I think a lot of it has to do when, I had an interesting family situation when I came back to the country. And long story short, I needed to not live in the same house as my parents. So I made a tiny home. I lived in that. And tiny homes don't have a lot of insulation, although I did rip out everything. So I made it out of like an old trailer. I put like a roof on it. I ripped everything out inside. I did this while I was doing my undergrad, actually. And so yeah, so I was like really poor, but I was like, I'll just like put this out in a field and I'll live there. So that's what I did. And it was very cold in the winters, and I think I just got used to it being colder. It was definitely interesting. I learned a lot about home ownership on a small scale. Unfortunately, when I moved to finish university, I did have to sell it because there wasn't any room for it. There wasn't any room for it in the city. I do miss it though. Oh my gosh, Mary's so creepy. Mary's definitely a normal girl. Hello, fellow human. I think if you get the endings with Mary, I think you get to learn a little bit more about her. But I'm going to spoil it, unless anybody in chat wants me to not, what Mary's whole deal is. Because I do remember that. So I do remember, like, the main story points from Ebe. But yeah, definitely interesting that when Mary shows up, like, this is the painting she shows up in front of. The Force of Quarrel. Which one is it really? Lots of foreshadowing here. Let's see. Oh, I'm looking at the guide. Let's see. All right, there we go. Oh no. Yeah, so if it isn't clear, Mary is actually the one controlling everything. Let's see. And Mary's whole deal is she's self-aware. She knows that she's not a real, like, human girl. And she is trying... She is basically trying to escape the painting. And the reason why she doesn't like Gary is because she needs Eve to be alone, so that basically she can prey on her vulnerability. So she's this is before this like became like pretty like well talked about in the public eye, but she's basically she's an abusive manipulator. This is why I don't go to art exhibits. I think art exhibits are interesting, but it is a bunch of naked people, so I don't know. It's a bunch of naked people, and there are a bunch of people that are like, ah, yes, I understand. Until they drag you into the hell paintings. If this and Night of the Museum have taught me anything, don't go to the museum or the art gallery at night. Yeah, until they drag you into paintings that are trying to, like, escape their painting and, like, possess your body. Let's see. So I think one of these drops a doll, but every time that, like, Gary, like, is violent, it makes Mary angrier at him. I love when I actually get decent comments on my YouTube videos. Oh, as opposed to, like, bots or people that are like, I love your content. I've been a big fan of it for a long time. I was like, interesting. And then you look at it and they're just like this weird, like, YouTube farmer or YouTube bot farmer. Bots are really dumb questions. Yeah. During, like, the pandemic, I did try, like, a little bit. I tried doing, like, game commentary. But it just, I didn't like it as much. It just seemed kind of weird. All right. Yeah, breaking into that kind of stuff is harder than one might think. Well, I just did it kind of to, like, get the experience, but I didn't like recording. I think if you do the neutral answer, it doesn't anger her. Gary's definitely my dad. He's like... So, if you notice in the other ending, Ebe does not actually leave with her dad. Heavenly Thread, not the string. Isn't he like 4 years older or something? No, like, Gary's an actual adult. He is in fact an adult. So he's more of like, he's filling in kind of like the fill-in father role. Or I guess I should say fill-in father archetype. You see it sometimes in media where there's a much older man that's not actually a young girl's father, but he basically is her father for all intents and purposes of the role. So he's filling that archetype. I don't think he's like super old, but like he's older. JPage 6223. Okay. Oh, whoops. All right. I ain't trusting no girls I meet in evil painting worlds. That just seems like solid life advice. If you ask me. Yeah, I wouldn't say be suspicious, but definitely be cautious of strangers. Even people you know sometimes. Say be nice, but definitely confirm anything that somebody says. Yoink. All right. Got the heart. I don't want to touch it. Give glass heart. Six, 2, 2, 3. This does remind me, there is a stand selling bootlegs of famous paintings in Shenmue 3, and I find them hilarious. That is funny. It's something you would totally see in an Asian market too. I remember when I was in Peru, they had a bunch of that. There were people be on like the street selling like their like handmade replicas of stuff. The big one would be like DVDs. They would sell a lot of pirated DVDs and PlayStation 2 discs. Here is one of them. Asterisk. Oh gosh. Oh, 1 second. I think it just like tried to automatically censor you for some reason. One second, let me go into... Or is that you putting in 3 asterisks? Oh gosh, my mall had like 10 years ago a Peru shop for like one Christmas and it had knitted stuff. But there's all bad bootleg stuff like Minions or Red Sonic or Bob Marley. Yep. Yep. When I was there, they loved Peppa Pig. They loved bootleg Eliza from Frozen. Or sorry, Elsa. What else do they like? Oh, that's right. I need to give them the umbrella. No, it censored the links. Weird. Earlier it was letting links through, but now it's censoring links. That's weird. That's something I think I would have to delve into the stream settings. And that might need like a reset at some point. Let me see though. Let me check really quick. Hold on just a second. Let me go to settings. Stream. Because it's weird because it's not giving me, like, it's censoring it and it's not. It's not letting me. Because usually what it does is it lets me, like, if there's something that I want to let through, it lets me, like, let it through, but it just completely nuked that link. Let me see. Why don't you try again? I think I just temporarily allowed them. Okay, there we go. I love it. It's so bad. Oh gosh, I love that. 1 second, I need this. One second. We're gonna put him up here. He's with us now. Yeah, there we go. I'm beautiful. He works with Mary. Okay. We're gonna do this for a little bit. I was feeling cute, you know? Eve Umbrella. He works with Mary. Yes, he does. I work with Mary. Why is she dressed like Lois Griffin? I hope one of your other followers comes in and sees this with no context. I also hope. No context is needed. Okay. No context is needed. Let's see. Now we can go in here. Get this. I think that's wild though, like you have to basically almost die in this puzzle. There we go. But yes, Sam, aren't I beautiful? The correct answer is yes, by the way. Does she have one? Okay, she's saying, I want to play 2. What was up here? Oh, yeah, we can get this now. And then I think I had another page up. I wish I was one of the beautiful people. I'm sorry, not all of us can have this wonderfully strong nose bridge. But I am merciful to the no-nose peasants. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Just as Van Gogh intended. Yeah. Okay, I do think that we need to look at Mary's entry so that she freaks out and leaves. One, two, three, four, five, six. Where are the other ones? Oh, yeah. 1 second. The doll has one. Okay, we'll go in. I'll get that. Try to leave. I wonder... Let's see. I wonder if it's random which position the key is in. Because there was another thing, like, when the sick man was hiding, he was in a different position than when I first played through. Oh gosh. Oh no! We failed. So, I think it might be fine if he fails, but I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to save over another file and then go back to the autosave. Yeah, so it looks like the key is in different spaces every time. Let's see. And then we'll save here. Go in. Yeah, so if you do too many things or fail with the dolls, then Mary kills Gary. This, for some reason, gets her mad if you fail this one. Oh, nice. Frick! Is this one the same every time or random? So it's random. Because it's not in the same position as before. So it's just kind of like random chance whether we do it. Although it may load it around this time, like when we come in. So let's check if it's in that position again. Because it all depends on when it sets the location. The painting looked kind of like Kermit with hair. What? The weird doll painting? not very green, though. Yeah, see, there's paper in that one this time. So it's... Oh gosh. I guess it's just... Yeah, no, it's just every time we go in, it's different. Okay, we'll try one more time. Yeah, that's rough. I don't know how I managed to get it the first time, like, so easily. Well, I guess because random chance. Oh my gosh, this is so mean. Okay, I'm just gonna go through, and if that doesn't work, then we'll go back. No, I'm just gonna try one more time. One more time. Surely I'll win this time. It's just frustrating because I found that key on the second try, but I didn't have enough time to escape. But I think there is a percentage chance of him dying, so... Ow. Rude. Ah, yes, we got it. Perfect. Yeah! We did it. Yeah, I'm just good at games, you know. First try every time. But yeah, I guess that answered our question. It is random every time. It's whispering something. Okay, well, she's over there trying to push stuff, doing her own thing. Grab the key. Then Mary gets all, like, mad. That's right. Aww. Okay, she's not human, yada yada yada. We've heard this part before. Oh yeah, we want to go down. Over here. I'll push that. Perfect. Alright, and we are now in the sketchbook. Yeah! Perfect. But yeah, as you can see, this is actually quite a short game if you know where you're going and all that jazz. Butterfly Park, cute. I think we need to stand around a bit. Look at the pudding. Giant pudding on a plate. When I was about your age, I had such a hankering for this giant cake from a storybook. I wanted to get on top and eat the cake at my feet, then dive into a sea of juice and swim around. That's weird, Gary. It's warm, but this is fake sunlight, isn't it? Hope we can get out to see the real sky soon. You know, as far as we've managed to come, aren't we headed underground? All the stairs go down. Are we sure we want to? Sorry, Ebe, I didn't mean to make you anxious. Forget I said it, okay? Oh dear, look, Ebe, my watch is broken. It was working fine this morning, but it stopped once I came here. I was really fond of it, too. They say that good art stands on its own. But when it comes to this place, I'd rather it not stand on its own, if you catch my drift. Why, I feel like I could fall asleep right here. This is good. I really am about to doze off. Let's get going, Ebe. This place seems to make my ears ring. And is it just me, or does it smell like crayons? Why? So this part is part of a painting where Mary is trying to, like... Mary's trying to make, like, her own creations. But she's not very good at it. I can't get the inside of the crayon drawing world be whimsical and wholesome instead of cursed. No. No, it must be cursed. It is kind of whimsical, though. It's just whimsically cursed. So kind of what's happened is Mary's kind of, because she's self-aware, she's gone kind of crazy, and she's been trying to lure people into the painting so she can take their place. Because she's literally going insane inside of the painting. Okay. Long-necked duck swims around. Yeah. Long-necked duck. If I had to say, it looks more like a goose to me. Definitely a goose, yeah. Dang, Barry, there are better ways to make friends, yeah. Although I think that's what she's trying to do. I mean, if you've looked at it, she's drawn like them all being together in the background over here. Okay. I do really like the puzzles in this game. Oh shoot, it was... Horses here. Mushroom was up here. Cherries are over here. Sunlight's over here. The fish were over here. Stars were up here. Footsteps here, and then butterflies here. Oh, that was right. Oh, sweet. My Shamu Player's Guide I ordered might be here tomorrow instead of Monday. Oh, that's good. Nice. Indeed, nice. Let's see. Do I want to, like, overwrite anything super important? Speaking of stuff, I did just get something in, but it's an art book. I was really surprised that it got published. I guess it was probably published in Japan like a really long time ago. And they're just now getting someone decided that it would be cool to translate it and then bring it over. But I'm all for that because I love that series. And it's been like since like 2007. Oh, that's right. It's the crayon. It's a big book too. I wasn't expecting such a big book. It's quite heavy. It has everything. Like it has official like screens and art. It has a bunch of concept art for like characters and different props and scenery. It's really cool. And it has fan art in it too. Okay. We'll save here. I forget how much I paid for it because I pre-ordered it and it just came in today. All right. Gary isn't here either. Okay, so Gary is just there. So I don't think Gary's dead. I think if he's dead, then there's like blood. So Gary survived. I hit my head. Ebe, are you okay? It hurts all over. No fractures or anything. Well, you can still walk, so I'm guessing not. Don't scare me like that. At any rate. This place is covered in all the bizarre scribbles. Is this the toy box? We fell in from the upper floor. After she pushed us. Anyway, the toy key was it? We better find that and get out. You look kind of pale. Are you really okay? What? You lost your rose? That's not good at all. Quick, let's find it. Let's quickly find your rose. So I think if you grab the key first, then Mary shows up? Or no, maybe Mary just shows up if, maybe Mary shows up with your rose if you make her angry. Because I do remember there's one ending where basically Gary exchanges his rose for Ebe's and basically sacrifices himself. Oh gosh, it's camping. Stop camping. No. It was camping the entrance. Rude. This room where the toy box was? Yeah. Burn them. All right. All right. Gets very, very angry. We burned the painting. Mary's, please consider a more healthy course of action. In the afterlife. Hasta la vista. Yeah! We destroyed the child. I have to say, I thought I was a goner there. The fire was, much bigger than I expected. Are you okay, Eve? Did you get hurt when the glass shattered? My hand? Oh, you're right, I cut it. Yeah, he almost died. I didn't even notice. I must have cut it just now. So here's the moment of truth. This is where we know whether we got the best ending or not. Well, it's just a little scratch. So remember at the very beginning of the game, it said to take care of the handkerchief, and it was important. Oh no! We didn't get enough points with Gary. Oh, we missed some stuff. That's okay. We'll get the bad ending then. Yeah, so best ending, Gary accepts the handkerchief. And you get a different variation of the good ending. Alright, so we'll get one of the bad endings then, here. This big painting, fabricated world. Hey, isn't that the gallery we came from? Does that mean if we jump back into this painting, we'll be able to go back? But how are you meant to jump into a painting? Whoa, what? Ebe, look, the frame. Now might be our chance. Yes, I'm really in. Hurry up, Ebe. Ebe? Ebe, what's wrong? Come on. Ebe, I finally found you. Goodness, I've been looking everywhere. Don't just go wandering off on your own. Your father's waiting for you too, see? Let's get going, Ebe. Ebe, hey, what are you doing? Hurry and come over. Ebe, how many times have I told you? Don't go following strangers. Hey, it's not scary, okay? You'll be fine. Ebe, listen to your mother. Don't go with some stranger. Do you want to never see your mother and father again? I mean, the fact that she uses third person there is, kind of concerning. Ebe, here, I'll pull you over. Come with me, reach out your hand. Ebe. What should we do? We'll go with mother this time. Yeah, it must be her. Definitely must be real mom. Huh? Wait. Where are you going? Ebe. Hold on, Ebe. Ebe. Bad ending. Ebe all alone. So in this ending, Mary's dead, Gary lived, but Ebe gets stuck in the painting forever. Yeah, I was hoping we built up enough relationship points, but I forgot where some of the things were, so instead of that, let's look this up really quick. Yeah, so we missed some stuff with Gary, probably because I was going through it too fast. So let me bring this down. Okay, so we'll look at this. I'll show you guys the final ending, the ultimate ending. And if you want to see the other stuff, I'd highly encourage you to play this or watch someone play through it. 1 second. Going to turn this down. Then I'm going to move over screen capture and you don't remember what you're doing? Question mark world. So last time we came out and Gary didn't remember us. But if you recall in this one, this ending is different because we gave a handkerchief to Gary. So this time when we go and meet him, we don't have the handkerchief on us anymore. What is it, little lady? What are you looking at? Nothing much. I'm just looking at this rose sculpture. When I look at this rose, somehow I feel deeply sorrowful. I wonder why. My apologies. I shouldn't be dropping such things on you out of the blue, Ebe. Wait, who's Ebe? What? That's your name? Your name's really Ebe? That's the strangest thing. I mean, this should be our first meeting. It just kind of came out. How odd. But actually, have we perhaps met somewhere before? My, look at me, asking you such strange things. Never mind what I said. So long. What's this? A handkerchief? Did I always have this? What? This is yours? My word, it's true. Ebe, your name's on it, but why is it in my pocket? Not only that, there's blood on it. I was wounded on the hand. And a girl gave me her handkerchief. That's it. I was lent this handkerchief. By that girl. By Ebe. Ebe, I remember now. Weren't we together back there? How could I have forgotten something so important? We stuck together all the way, traversed that bizarre gallery, being chased by those strange paintings and meeting Mary too, right? Ebe, do you remember? I do. Oh, thank goodness. It's not only hard to believe even now, but it must have happened, right? Ebe, we got back safely. We did it. There's so much more I want to talk about, but I've got to get going. Say, Ebe, is it alright if I keep this handkerchief for a while longer? I wouldn't do to return it as is. I'll be sure to give it a good clean, and then give it back. Because we'll see each other again. Alright, so that's the best ending. So in this ending, not only do you escape the painting, Gary's alive, Mary's dead, but Gary and Ebe remember what happened in the other world, and so they then promise to meet up again afterwards. So not only do they survive, but they also get to benefit from the experiences and the bond that they cultivated while they were trapped in that painting. So yeah, so that was Ebe. All right, 1 second. I am going to... Oops. Never mind that. Ignore what you just saw. Yes. Oh, whoops. I removed the wrong thing. Display capture. Remove. Yeesh. All right, there we go. The illusion. They learned the power. Dang, you were reading this fast. Should have given. Sorry, I'm trying to like run through everything because I couldn't see it while I was while I had the display capture up. I should have just done a window capture. Let's see. Big brain walkthrough time. Yeah, I definitely did it the first time. Should have given him a hot dog instead. Would have healed everything. And yes, I was reading it fast. I was trying to time it and make it sound natural as well. They learned the power of friendship. And yes, I shattered the illusion. I'm sorry that your immersion is broken now. However, I cannot be held accountable for any property damage that takes place on this stream. You guys all signed waivers. I am not legally accountable. It is just like the Wizard of Oz. You saw the funny little man behind... You saw the funny man behind this beautiful visage. I'm sorry. I'm not really beautiful. Okay. So that was fun. I really like Ebe. It's a special game, and it's a lot of fun. So I think I am going to switch over and play a little bit of Deadly Premonition, at least get started. So let me move over my capture. But yeah, that was Ebe. I would highly recommend playing it if you haven't before. When you don't have the puzzles memorized, it is a lot of fun. Once you have the puzzle memorized, like you saw, I was just running through it. I wasn't really enjoying the experience as much as I should have. So that's why I don't necessarily like running through all the different endings unless there's a significant amount of additional content that you get from it. My parents didn't sign my waiver. That's fine. I got somebody to sign that waiver. The government never checks. So all that matters is that I have something on the paperwork and then they don't ask questions. Oh yeah. Francis York Underground 2 is what we're playing next. Properties. Deactivate, reactivate. And then I need to... Okay. I might need to wake up. Oh, I must have taken the cord out. Let's see. Here, why don't you hear some tippy tappies from the menu? Okay, let's see where the heck I put this on my games list. I may have like over a terabyte of Switch games. I did put quite a few of them in here. Okay, good. I do have Deadly Premonition 2 installed. Have I played any of 2 yet? I have. So I forget how far I got. I remember being in the warehouse for the first time. So like I've seen like the scene of the like where the girl's all frozen and like cut up into pieces. And then I think I kind of fell off after that just because I was still in college at the time. And it was rough. Like the last year, 2 years of university were pretty rough. Now that I'm just working, I don't get as stressed. But yeah, no, I really liked it. All right, we're back. We'll see. Sometimes it's better to have chat in a certain corner for different games. And I'm gonna preemptively lower the audio just in case it blasts. Actually, it shouldn't blast us because I have a limiter on it. That's kind of loud. We'll see. That's also really quiet now. Okay, I guess we'll see when we actually hear like music and voices. We'll do a new game. Sounds about right. We'll see once like the game actually starts and we're not in the title screen anymore. December 30th, 2018. The near future. Lecare, a small town. Something. Fortunately, we don't have Emily driving in town, so we don't have to see anybody driving up a tree anymore. So the streets are now safer for York to traverse. I do like the title screen and music. Yeah, the music is good. Music is always, in this series, has always been a really solid. Oh, I should update the game. You can definitely see the influence and evolution of Swery's work. I feel like the interface is very similar to the interface for D4.
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
Also, yeah, I saw someone playing this and I remembered how awkward the controls are here. Is there echo audio?
Naked in Havana right now. If you hadn't shown up, soaking up some rays, surrounded by
how about now?
of bikini queens, a mojito in one hand,
Did you?
and a seafood
Okay, for the game.
style pizza in the other.
It's normal now?
Does God hate me?
No. The regional bureau chief merely
Let me
issued a
see.
special order.
Oh. Yeah. How could I forget? A special order to rob me of my well-deserved vacation.
Okay. I think it was doubling up on the desktop output.
Whoa. Hey, hold on a minute. What did you just say? Pizza is not junk. Pizza is a sacred food bestowed upon us by God himself.
I love Simon.
Right now, this is sheer blasphemy.
Apologize to who? Pizza or God?
Ha ha! You think you're so clever. Maybe if you'd eaten pizza this morning like a decent person, you wouldn't have cut your finger.
What?
I only cut my finger because I couldn't find a left-handed can opener at the hotel. Normally, I would never make such an amateur mistake.
What?
Oh, really? Well, if you want me to get into gear, then just feed me some pizza, okay?
We must act unfaithfully and abandon our ideals again and again. We cannot advance from one period of life into another without causing these pains of treachery.
Nietzsche, again, please spare me before my ears start to bleed. Ever since the moment you got here, it's been nothing but Nietzsche quotes.
The worst enemy you can meet
They're
will
so
always
long,
be
they are.
yourself.
I said knock it off. I prefer pizza to philosophy. Want me to dial the number for you?
Come on, Agent Jones. It's time to get serious. Your 4.5 years of hard work are finally about to pay off, and all you're focused on is this nonsense?
Pizza isn't nonsense.
Quiet.
As you wish, Mother. My lips are sealed. Happy now.
I don't think I listened to all of the dialogue on the first time I opened this game up. I remember being very confused when I started playing the game because any directional input you put in just gets you closer to the door. You actually don't have any control other than when you're going forward. But yeah, they can be kind of slow paced. I did notice that at the beginning of the game before you really get into it. If you're trying to find everything, it's a lot of waiting. A lot of people are upset about this game, but I kind of feel like the modern time interrogation chapters are good. Yeah, it confused me at first also. Yeah,
Agent
for good
Jones,
like
don't let him take control of the
2
conversation.
minutes, I was trying to figure out how to walk.
He'll strike.
And then I was concerned for the game. But then you get to controlling York, and then it's fine.
And no red, remember?
It's open. Come on in.
Thank God during these streams. I think you cut off there. You might have hit enter a bit early. In response to that, my answer is yes, if that was a question. Streams, we don't have to spoil the Zach York dynamic. Oh yeah, yeah. You see, smoking cigarettes was York's thing. Zach blazes hard.
Questions for us.
So when he keeps saying fairies, it confused me.
That's why you're here, isn't it?
But then I went back and played again, and I was like, oh yeah, he refers to Emily as a fairy at some point. When he was saying like goddesses and fairies, they were interchangeable. He has that Snoop Dogg kush. But yeah, it's York. Yeah, and then this continued. It's very rigid. So I think this game, the first scene does I think it was a bad choice to not give you freedom of control over our agent here. No, that's not getting high as a kite. Yeah.
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your
Sorry,
rights.
Alila.
Anything
Forget
you
her
say
name.
may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak.
As we film you blazing up before I think
Do
in
you have
whatever
permission
state
to film
he's in,
this?
it's still illegal. Oh my gosh, does he just have a bunch of cartons of milk taped up in the corner?
Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
Something wrong, Mr. Morgan?
Yeah, Zach's on that medicinal
I'm FBI Special Agent
grass.
Aaliyah Davis, and this is
Simon Jones, an analyst from the Boston branch. He's been monitoring us for years now.
Oh, hi.
Also warning, there is one main story point that only happens on Monday, and it's before you get fast travel or unlock most of the side quests. Okay.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break.
Cartons of
uncanny
milk taped
duo.
up in the corner.
You'd be the perfect stars for the latest video game. Isn't that right, my fairy?
I love how like all of his DVDs are like actual movies
How
too.
many years has it been since someone came to chat with us? Oh, but don't ask me about my fairy.
Rate his
That's
setup.
a private matter.
I'm a clean freak.
It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived.
Yeah, I'm a clean freak, so living like this would actively stress me out.
If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face.
I have a very funny story as to why I'm a clean freak. And it was a life lesson for me. In it's fine to meet your heroes. You just need to
Excuse me, Mr.
be
Morgan.
aware that your heroes aren't necessarily the people you think they are.
But would you please refrain from consuming that while we speak? I'm talking about,
The devil's lettuce.
yes, that.
So I don't tape together milk cartons. No, I fold them up
You don't need to worry
and
about
I
us.
would recycle them, but recycling is not available at my apartment complex.
Don't get in our way and we won't get in yours.
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't work like that.
Although we don't really drink a lot of milk at my house.
Our data needs to be consistent.
I don't think we're lactose intolerant, but I just
Now please put
I
out
like-
that stinking indulgence right this minute.
I like dairy products, but I don't like milk itself.
What? If we say no.
One second, is there a way to like autoplay this? No.
Then I'll put it
Okay.
out myself. Using force.
I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't take
Whoa,
kindly to these
Aaliyah.
milks around here.
This is Morgan's house. Besides, it's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the comfort of their own homes.
It is, however, it is still technically a federal offense.
And I
It's
mean,
kind of weird.
come on.
It's medicinal.
Exactly.
You can use visions to acquire important hints that will help you proceed through the game. Hold L to use vision. Using vision will deplete your concentration, so be careful about using it too much. Legalize recreational pizza. Now that, you have my vote, good sir. Oh, whoops. Oh, shoot. Master your awards and trophies.
You solved many difficult cases across your career, utilizing your own unique MO. You've expertly cracked cases that were otherwise thought to be unsolvable.
Yeah, we just had to like shoot zombies in this weird other world.
According
Funny how
to
that
our
happened.
records, after joining the FBI in 2002, you quickly solved 2 drug ring-related kidnapping cases. In 2003, you solved the inside-out flesh skinner case in the suburbs of Pittsburgh. In 2004, the Jeffrey Dahmer wannabe case in Milwaukee. And also the stuffed human collector case in St. Louis that very same year. Then, in 2005, you coincidentally happened to solve the Lise Clarkson murder case while on vacation.
Dang, he sounds like an Agatha Christie detective.
You went on
when
to
you put
solve
it that
many
way.
other cases after that, all of them seemingly inexplicable. Did you really solve these cases all on your own? There are no records of you using a wide-scale investigative team or working with anyone else. How did you ever accomplish such monumental feats all by yourself?
Zach, explain these status reports where you say you went to another world and the axe murderer turned into Akuma from Street Fighter.
It was all thanks to our talented partner.
Partner. The FBI files show no record of you ever working with a partner. Do you mean you worked with some sort of unofficial partner or an outside confidant?
Yo, you would think that the FBI would put like manager notes as like, yeah, he talks to himself, but he keeps solving cases, so we can't do anything about it.
Our partner is our partner. We've always worked together. Besides, Belle, you're forgetting
Oh, did
one
his
important
neck just
thing.
snap?
After the St. Louis case, we stopped by a diner on our way home and caught Thelma and Louise, two highly sought-after fugitives.
She was lacking pertinent information. Simon, you were supposed to do your research. Gosh darn it. No one working with him ever decided to know what he has did. That is a sentence. It's not letting me look
Belle.
around.
Why are you dressed so handsomely?
She needs those heels so that people don't call her Munchkin.
What are you talking about?
Dissociative identity disorder. Yeah, that
Thick
stuff's
black
insane.
accessory wrapped around your neck.
If you've read some of the cases where they started learning about it, there's like that lady that had 16 different personalities, and the more they have, the less deep each of the personalities is. It's weird.
That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self. And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society. Or perhaps it's a psychological barrier meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche. We admire your bravery.
I thought you retired from profiling.
Zach can still profile while doinked out of his mind. If anything, it expands his vision.
Bullseye, huh?
It just chills him out.
You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society, a man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears.
Unfortunately, Van Gogh was only like a third of the way there.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Sorry, a fourth of the way there. He stopped at one.
For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people. Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Pizza. Yes! I was just talking about Agatha Christie and we just got a whopping reference right there.
Okay.
I think Poirot
Aaliyah,
is my
that's
favorite
enough.
of the Agatha Christie detectives. I do like the show, like the it's Miss Maple, I think. I did like the Miss Maple show on BBC. That was fun.
She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Rude, Simon. Whose side are you on?
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
I mean, Simon has literally been angry at her from the beginning.
So, Belle, does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't read him.
He's more powerful than I could have ever imagined. Oh no. 1 second. I need to get some better cable management for my desk. I have so many
I'll
cables.
just have to assault him head on with questions then.
Simon is definitely rude. Some moments make you realize why Simon was put on a job alone for years.
First,
Yeah.
I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up.
Well, I mean, like, you could also see him, like, in the corner, like, stimming, so he might also just be, like, on the spectrum, partially. Zach's vacant eyes. He's
Do you
too high,
remember
I
the
can't figure out
homicides
what
that
he's
took place in
thinking.
Le Carre, Louisiana in 2005?
That was his strategy. They can't read your mind if there's nothing happening behind the eyes.
We solved that case.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case. After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carre immediately after that, didn't you?
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
Oh my gosh, that has so... That sentence has a lot of meaning and implication.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
Yeah, of course we did. What else would we be doing?
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle.
Ouch.
Either way, that case is closed.
Closed. You sure about that? Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
What do you mean? Except it wasn't.
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
They found Lise Clarkson's body. It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
Sorry, I had to.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim. Do you know what this means? That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson. This is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he
Oh, whoops. I skipped past that. My bad.
We're pleased that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced. Aren't you curious about the details?
Yeah, York forgot some pretty big things. You didn't even find the body and you said the case was closed. Pretty sloppy.
Body or not,
that was
we already
York's
solved that
doing.
case.
That was York. That's not Zach's fault.
Lisa's body can't change anything now. And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in. She was found frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared.
Okay, can you hear me now? Oh my gosh, DP2, sorry I can't stick around for this, but I'm glad you're playing this. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, don't feel too bad, Cathedral. Okay. So I'm back. Okay. I apologize for that. Looks like my mic got disconnected for a second. But yeah, welcome on in, Cathedral. I'll watch the VOD for sure. Yeah. No, the VODs are there. I also, speaking of VODs, I have my YouTube channel up. I think the link is down below. But you should be able to go to my stinky VOD dump. And I have some of the older stuff so that they don't get Thanos snapped forever.
In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
That's pretty awesome.
Well, good for you.
Even strangers how unbelievably beautiful she looks. At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
Is she also a forest goddess? Oh no, she's a refrigerator goddess. It's kind of funny to think every time that somebody hears York talking to Zack, it's actually Zack talking to York. Yeah. Sweet, enjoy the game. This is the beginning, isn't it? Yes, this is the beginning. I had played it before, but I have not played it on this system. So I'm starting over. It's been a while. No, this isn't George's murder, gosh.
This
Nope.
keeps getting better and better.
But yeah, we're slowly becoming more and more professional as we go along. Jank and all.
Better and better?
Alright, we'll see you later, Cathedral.
Isn't that right, my fairy?
Thanks for the lurk.
A corpse as beautiful as a goddess. Sounds just like our story. Yes.
That went okay. Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
I haven't bothered learning how the lurk function works. I don't have it set up quite yet. I'm doing stream elements now, but I might move over to Streamlabs because I think that the chat bot is a bit more user-friendly. But I tend to add things
Isn't
one
there
step at a
someone
time
else
very
you should have
slowly.
talked to before coming to us?
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson. You look surprised. I thought you already knew. After all, you visited Louisiana last week. We assumed you met with her during your time there.
We haven't been to Louisiana.
Oh?
Not in 14 years.
Oh?
Is that so?
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve. Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that?
Oh my gosh, she just like snapped her neck.
I took the
She's
liberty of checking
teleported.
some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
A mere coincidence.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carré. He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong. The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Dang, he went for the
Our
Cadillac.
world is filled with mysteries.
Those old 80s era Cadillacs are basically just boats on wheels.
And they always have the most bizarre timing.
Are we gonna get some more dark laughter?
Incidentally,
Nope. Imagine Zach coming into your job.
on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere. Isn't that right, my fairy?
So there is kind of like a bit of a stigma that goes with Cadillac. There we go, some more dark laughter. It's like the brand for people that are poor that think that they're rich. They buy it as like a status symbol, but like can't pay like off like their house or anything. When I was working at an auto parts store, it was a stereotype for a reason.
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Everything happens for a reason.
Don't get me wrong, like, it's not necessarily wrong to own a Cadillac, especially if you like the styling. But it is used as a status symbol. It's more if you're buying the brand name, you're not buying it for the car.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
I'm sure, imagine Zach coming into your job. I'm sure he would be in an RCR video. Yeah.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Do you think he was also hotboxing that car? Like when he went?
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner. But we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Yes. I think it was very funny. I mean, it was funny. I'm assuming they didn't crash. But when I was at the parts store, some guy came in and he was just, they were hotboxing their car. And I, like, before they left, I was just like, okay, I mean, I just have to say something. I was like, hey, I was like, are you sure that you're going to be able to drive? And like, oh no, it's fine. It's not like we're drinking. It's like, it's not against the law. I was like, it's like, you do realize that in our state that the alcohol and marijuana laws are one and the same. Like, the exact same statutes were modified to apply to driving while under the influence of marijuana. He can't smoke red strains though. Yeah.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case.
I
if you
don't
ask me.
smoke, so I'm not super sure all what's out there, but I do know that people that do smoke are very creative.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
We also had another guy that would always come in high. And then there's one day he came in like blitz out of his mind. He bought a radiator. And then he came back later while he was sober because he didn't need the radiator anymore because he made a left-hand turn into another guy. The funny thing is that other guy came into our store earlier and talked about that crash, and we put 2 and 2 together and realized that they had crashed into each other.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead.
Yeah, it was quite the twist. So it turned out they were both regulars.
Remember what happened, my fairy? That warehouse. That man. So incoherent. Such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found?
Way to just, like, lore dump. Exposition dump, Simon. This is why nobody likes you.
Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005.
What a twist. 6 degrees of separation. Yeah, except
Remember
it wasn't
Leah?
even that many
She said he was a
degrees.
pain to deal with too.
She just...
Large man,
She just
yes.
completely ignores him.
No need to answer. If you don't want to. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it.
Zach just takes his time blazing between questioning. Yeah, speaking of messy rooms. Yeah, no, living in this would definitely stress me out. It definitely stressed me out a lot when I was living with family. But now that I've moved out, I still live with like my siblings, but it's a lot better now.
Especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question them.
Yeah. I used to be a total slob and I would just like leave stuff everywhere. But then like I was a missionary like out in South America for a couple years. And one day, this is the funny story I was talking about. One day there's this guy and I idolized him. I wanted to be just like him. He always wore long sleeve shirts, so I always wore long sleeve shirts. He had his way of doing things, so I tried to emulate it. And one day he just came to me. He's like, "Hey, Eggsir, my room's super messy." He's like, "You're saying that like you're a missionary of God, right?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Look at me and look me in the eye. Do you think that you can hear God's voice amongst this pile of trash?" And I looked around and like sheepishly like looked up at him. I was like, "No." And from that day forward, I became a clean freak and I religiously cleaned, and now it's just part of my personality. I really enjoy it. And it definitely does make things like less stressful when things are clean.
A stinking indulgence. And
But then-
a massive DVD collection.
But then I realized, so when I got to know him better, the guy that told me that I should clean, he was the biggest slob I have ever known. It was so funny, but I'm not mad because at the end of the day, I benefited from it, even if he was being hypocritical.
You must live a very comfortable life.
So I learned that it's fine to have your heroes, just be aware that they're not perfect, and that's okay as long as you got something out of it.
We're retired, remember?
Retired in your 40s.
Oh dang.
I'm envious.
Wait, Zach's only like 40 in this?
But who
Dang.
doesn't love movies, Belle?
He looks like a cancer patient, like he's just wasting away.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, that won't do.
I forgot he was only in his 40s.
You should dedicate all the free time you have to watching movies. It's practically an unwritten law.
It's the weed poisoning.
Films guide us.
I wonder if it's like, well, it could be like an actual thing, like him delving into the other world may just be destroying his body.
Films are filled with every important life lesson there is.
Not even once. You know, maybe he smoked the red weed once and it just aged him by 20 years.
Is that so?
For example, They Live. 1988, directed by John Carpenter. That film taught us a valuable lesson. Always put on your sunglasses before a fight.
What?
You know, you got a point.
Smoke that purple haze from Greenville. Yeah.
Movies teach us about everything we need to know.
Simon, shut up.
I learned about the right way to eat frozen pizza from Cobra. It's one of Stallone's best films.
Oh my
Before
gosh.
that, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to eat frozen pizza.
Okay, Simon, you're going to have to elaborate. Is this frozen pizza like you buy from the store? Or is this a pizza that you're froze and you're trying to, like, consume it like a popsicle? I love how Zach takes the most ridiculous things away from films.
I thought
Yeah,
it
he
wasn't
kind of
fit for
does.
human consumption, but that film changed my life.
I haven't seen Cobra, so maybe I imagine that they're not eating it frozen.
Simon, that has nothing to do with the film. You're just talking about pizza.
Not even Zach likes him. And Zach's super nice too.
Mr. Morgan, may I ask you a question?
He's a
purely out
sad
of
man, so the
curiosity?
latter. Yeah.
If it makes you uncomfortable, just
Oh,
let me
the
know.
latter. Oh, okay, got it. I was like, does he have like a step ladder in this room?
And I'll retract it.
Belle, what's wrong? You sure put a lot of effort into that approach.
It's a question about death.
About this body?
Are you afraid of what's coming?
Think carefully about why we're smoking this, then ask us again. Honestly, we're not afraid. Rather, we find it intriguing.
Intriguing.
Yes. Belle, have you ever been to the Grand Canyon in winter?
No.
In the dead of winter, the Grand Canyon is terribly cold. Colder than you could imagine. A cold that no photograph could ever express. The sun. Powerless. And the temperature drops below zero.
Yeah, he's Sam, he's succumbing to the marijuana poisoning.
Right in the middle of the day.
Meaning?
Meaning, you can't really understand something until you experience it for yourself. If you want to learn more about us, you need to gain more experience. Belle.
Yeah, he's just like puffing out in their faces, like. Another strangely clean spot. Oh, I remember what happens with this spot.
This room's a total mess. But certain spots look perfectly clean. Is it just a coincidence? No. There are no coincidences with this man.
Looks like a pizza slice. Oh gosh, the game is now lagging. It did not like that.
Mr. Morgan,
Me when I have to dust. Just coughing up a lung.
I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean. Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuaries. They've existed from the start.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of the terrible performance.
Sanctuaries.
Did it get ported to PC? Cuz I got it like
That's
right
right.
when it came out, and when it came
Sacred
out it was a
places.
Switch exclusive.
Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see.
But I've never seen this section lag like that before.
Souls still there.
Yeah, it's only on Switch and Windows. Okay, got it.
We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything.
I do know that they did some emergency patches for it, and it did get slightly better after the emergency patches. But it still tends to stutter when you're, you know, doing ollies around the streets.
Hey, Simon.
PC port runs better, but not amazing.
Don't
Yeah, that doesn't
touch
surprise
the
me.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, Simon, stop being lame.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary. Don't ever touch it again. You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out.
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
You're earning far more than you deserve then. What were you doing all day in that black Suburban? We thought wiretapping was your specialty.
I wonder if they had an Xbox or PlayStation port in the works, or just no budget for all of it. I'm not sure. So it was a Switch exclusive, but a lot of times like the contract will state like it's exclusive for this amount of time, or if you only sell so much, then you can release other ports.
Don't tell me. Crossword
Kind
puzzles.
of like Bugsnax, how Bugsnax was a PS5 exclusive, but now it's on a bunch of other stuff.
What do you think, my fairy? 4.5 years. All that time, and what does he have to show for it?
This is one thing. I really wish there
Crossword
was.
puzzles. No way.
I really wish there was like a
Come on, I
autoplay,
thought you knew.
because sometimes you get like weird things at the end that aren't in the subtitles,
I'm
So
a
you-
Sudoku guy.
so you don't know whether you've heard all the voice line. Really,
Agent Jones,
it's on Unity, so it definitely could have been ported. But since the PC port is out, I'm guessing the PlayStation port won't happen.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
he's completely
it's
taking
weird.
control of the conversation.
It's weird because the original had autoplay, so
At this rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more.
Simon, stop being weird.
Agent Jones, did you find the files?
The original also has Thomas Biscuits. Yeah, that's true. It's really tragic what happened to Thomas. Presiding Agent Francis Z. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan, do you recognize these files?
Okay, good. We're in a cutscene now. It's a lot of redacted.
Whoa! Ow!
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is an obstruction of
told you.
justice.
We told you. Go. Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Stay back.
What do you think they told the voice actor for these lines? Like, I know he's
Mr.
having
Morgan,
like an anxiety attack, but like the voice lines. He's speaking like Grandpa from The
cut my
Simpsons.
finger with that can opener this morning.
Oh, he's freaking out
Gotta
from the
stop bleeding,
blood.
but it seeped through. How could I be so stupid? Everything should be fine now. I'm sorry for being so careless. I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition. The color red. Such an unusual thing to fear. Please, accept my deepest apologies.
Yeah, now we're into the good music. You can't see it, but I am 100% jamming right now.
I'm sorry too, Morgan. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again.
Yeah, you better not, Simon.
And no more red either.
I can't imagine he easily avoided the color red. He has all those movies. Well, here's the thing though. Especially if he has like an old CRT, you can remove the red chroma signal. So you just can completely remove the color red. I think you can do that in a bunch of modern TVs too. It is definitely not a CRT. Oh yeah, it's definitely not a CRT. No, it's not. Isn't his computer monitor a CRT though? I recall him having an old PC monitor.
Touch one. Again.
But yeah, I imagine he just... Oh no, he doesn't. It's also a flat screen. Dang it.
Go away.
But he does have a VCR. Yeah, he does.
Don't touch. Stay away.
I'm still interested, like, what the voice line director was telling the actor for these scenes.
Now, may we return to our discussion?
Don't worry. I won't let them touch you again. I'll keep them away from us.
Oh my gosh. No, it wasn't the monitor. Look at his PC case. That's like... He has a computer that's probably running on like... like an Intel Celeron. I need some of that Zach Morgan weed for my ailments, doctor. Yeah, it's like a 2003 Dell. It really does look like that.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red. And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenville case.
And there's that name. Oh, okay, we're getting serious now. Oh, he has a heavy-duty shredder. I keep forgetting
a very large
I
shredder.
can, like, observe things before I talk to him about it.
Is there something you don't want people finding out about?
Yeah, that's like an office-grade shredder. It also has a huge gouge in the front.
But we never know when some curious civil servants may come and sift through our trash now, do we?
You're already retired. What are you so worried about?
It's just a simple habit.
I'm unsure what his audio setup is based off of. There are a lot of speakers that are... I think they're a lot more... They were a lot more popular. So they were kind of like the big thing before audio soundbars. To have these kind of like sleek, very narrow, elegant stand-up speakers. And they're still used by some people. But
Back
most...
when we were still on duty.
Most audiophiles use bookshelf speakers.
Didn't they bang that into your head when you were up in Quantico?
Yeah, but he has a tuner and an integrated amp. Oh, scandal. I think Marantz with wood covers.
Some habits are hard to break.
They look like plastic to me, but it could also just be like black painted fiber particle board.
No matter how hard you try.
Here's another empty space. What does the word sanctuary really mean to him? Hovels for pure souls.
We sell Kef metas at my job and I wish I could afford them. I think they're fine as long as you can hear the audio difference. I think the big thing...
Could you tell me what exactly the word sanctuary means to you?
I think the biggest thing you can do to improve your audio experience for like home theater setup is just get large diameter membranes, and then get different for the mid ranges and lowers, and get appropriately sized ones for appropriately sizes for like the higher ranges, and have them split up independently. you'll get a lot more bang for buck out of that than you will like going super high end. The higher you go, like the less of a difference it makes. But the big thing is just getting the appropriate size and material membranes for stuff. Oh yeah, the tuner, yeah, and getting an amp definitely makes a difference. Just because it
Sanctuaries.
it adds
Sanctuaries.
it adds analog distortion into the signal, which a lot of people think sounds warm. And it's also, it's weird. It's kind of like with movies we're used to seeing what it's like, what, 24, 26, 27 frames per second. And that's why I like going to like The Hobbit was so
Nothing
weird, because it was a
more,
high
nothing less.
frame rate movie and it just felt wrong. Even though it's technically better fidelity to what's actually happening. Just because we're
That
so
doesn't
used to it
explain
culturally.
anything.
Why do you wish to know?
I actually got lucky and got some super cool amps at work. A few ES receivers. Oh, that's cool.
Just curious.
I forget what I have. I think I have, what was it, Edelbrock? I have Edelbrock speakers, like bookshelf ones.
Bell.
I did go out and I did purchase those for my TV.
You're a much ruder person than you initially seemed to be.
Yeah, I also do have some mid-range stuff for my headphones. I do have, my preference is open back headphones, which isn't necessarily the greatest
Don't you agree, my fairy?
for streaming, but I try to keep it low so it doesn't come out and filter into the mic.
What do our sanctuaries have to do with the investigation?
I wonder what Zach's opinion on the Star Wars special editions are. Are we
If
talking
you're
like the
out of
Christmas
questions,
special
then
editions,
how about
or
just
like
going home?
like the ones that were released on like DVD of the original trilogy where they like edited out weird stuff?
Hey, mind if I jump in here?
And when they like replaced the Darth Vader's actor with the guy that plays Anakin Skywalker.
What is it,
The
son?
edits to the film started in the 90s. Yeah.
We hope you've got a real question for us.
Well, actually, I'm also a little curious myself. No one's supposed to touch any sanctuary, right?
That's what we said.
What about you, though? You can't even touch them yourself? Are there any extenuating circumstances?
You know, Simon actually brings up a good question for once.
What are you getting at?
I mean, I doubt if any of this really matters, but if no one can touch the sanctuaries, then how do you clean them?
That stare of disappointment. He just completely ignores him. Simon's asking the real questions for once, and Zach just completely shuts him down. Zach, where can I get that weed, son?
The files on the serial killings that shocked Washington State in 2010, officially titled the Greenvale case. I never thought I'd take out files from a case I first heard about on the news. Mr. Morgan, I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
We don't want to remember that town.
Oh no, Zach.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this. I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student. A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered and the FBI stepped in to take over the case. I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat. Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years. And when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
That's a private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Were you traumatized? It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make more sense. Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
Oh?
What are you getting at?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem. The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Lucare case?
Read the report. We have nothing else to say.
Now let me smoke in peace.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can summon up the past.
Quick question. If you use like the vision focus, if I recall, there isn't anything additional to see here. They just tell you about it and then it doesn't lead to anything, if I recall. Clock in the trash, honeycomb in a jar.
A jar of honey with honeycomb inside it. There's nothing strange about it, but it still gives me a weird feeling.
Zach trying to just choke up and they're asking him to read the report. Does it get used for stuff later? It does. So it does, especially when you're in the overworld. If you use it, then you can find items on the ground. And then in certain investigations, it also helps.
Looks like another old antique. He collects milk cartons but treats valuable antiques like trash. What's going on in his head?
Oh, that wasn't a question. It does get used for stuff later. Yeah, it just seems weird that it would teach us it to us and then it doesn't do anything after it teaches it to us immediately after. I just
Morgan,
some
please
of
look
that
at this.
Deadly Premonition jank.
What did we just say? We don't want to remember Greenvale.
Well, yeah, Zach, but we don't always get what we want. That's the thing here.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan.
She called him by his full name. The Red Tree.
This photograph predates Greenvale. It's from the Lucare case you worked on in 2005.
Red tree. Red tree.
Yes, a red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these. The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case.
Zach, you closed this dang car case without finding the body. Well, here's the thing. You can close cases for a variety of reasons.
They're connected by these red trees.
Just because an investigation is closed doesn't mean that it was technically solved.
Aren't they?
Red trees.
Answer me. What are these trees?
Red trees. Figured it out.
Look at it.
Smarter
Look
than
at
we
the
thought.
picture.
Connection.
Do it.
Red trees.
I want the truth. Tell me everything you know.
I don't want to spoil anything. Thank you for being considerate, Sam.
The red trees. You really did your homework.
I mean, kind of hard not to when you were carrying up around a bunch of seeds in your baggies in your pocket in the last game.
Well done, Belle.
Yes, Zach, it's a tree. The twins come back and kill more people. Did they get another trench coat?
You're good.
Or did they get like a lobster mascot costume that they're stacked up inside of?
Damn good.
No, that's a pose.
Are you ready to talk now? I want to know what went down in Le Carré in 2005.
Fine. We'll tell you.
Oh, this song's a banger.
We'll tell you what happened in that town.
Yes, a lobster outfit for the Cajun theme.
Yes.
I actually haven't tried lobster yet. I should do it sometime.
It was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life. It was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south, like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers.
I like how the lighting can't figure out what it's doing.
It all started back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us back then. The other me. My better half.
Man, this game is self-aware. Yeah, the intro movie sure is something. I don't remember the intro movie. I must have seen it, but I don't totally remember it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. It's like a James Bond opening. I forgot about that. Actually, I don't know if this is copyrighted. We'll just talk over it a little bit just in case. Yeah, no, I remember this now. It was awesome. I remember laughing last time too because yeah, it's just a James Bond opening movie. I forget if I got struck or not. This definitely sounds like it would be copyright material, so I'm just not sure. It is really good though. Lyrics to Andy were composed and arranged by Satoshi Okubo, performed by Cashel. Oh, that's right. I forgot they just have somebody twerking with like hot shorts in the background. It's so weird. I forgot about the twerking. Oh man, I forgot about the random twerking in the background, and the like the cannabis booty shorts those were weird. I don't remember York going to the club with twerking. Oh, was Willie? Oh, that was the dog. Dang. So I do know it was never said in the game, but I heard in an interview that Swery said that it wasn't Kaysen that was the mastermind, that Willie is the mastermind, and like he is Kaysen's handler.
Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
I won't say what evil happens near the end of this. Yeah. Answer. Okay, we had to press down first, apparently. Zach, wake up, sleepyhead. Wake up. We have a city to burn.
Sleeping again?
I do remember that they gave Zach fuller hair in this one.
It's time for us to head back out into the chaos.
He definitely has like that early 2000s faux hawk hair going on. I'm gonna head to bed. Hope you have some fun. Yeah.
Isn't that right, Zach?
I like this game. But yeah, Sam, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. I hope that the smoke clears up. If not, definitely get yourself a filter or do one of those cheapo filters with smoke rated furnace filters. But yeah, I hope things are work out for you and that a blessing in disguise. Don't forget to check on your VODs link. Yeah, I'll check once it records. We'll see if it hit me. It hit me with the Resident Evil, like, the music on the typewriter for some reason, but only for like 20 seconds. The smoke will just put me to sleep. That's not a good
Zach,
thing,
it looks
Sam.
like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
No, carbon monoxide poisoning isn't great. Oh, look at that smile. It's our boy York.
Look at that, Zach.
Look
She's
at that
welcoming us with open arms.
stupid grin.
She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down,
Yeah, Cathedral. He's happy.
Unless
That
you
means
like
I'm
your
happy.
breakfast stale.
I'm lurking still, but I just
What an
love that
amazing
intro
place.
to his silly
I've been
face.
on
It's
top of
really
the moon
great.
Since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carré, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
Doesn't it mean a face?
I'm the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
Yo, it's David. His chef
Did you
mode.
hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
Nah, it's cool, Cathedral. Feel free to lurk.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
I love this
Zach?
character.
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so. Still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Oh my gosh. Zach is built like
Never
a
thought there'd be
refrigerator in this
murder
shot.
Out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice if you ask me.
Oh, an axe?
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI. I only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Please do. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's right. We get different things. Actually, you know what? I think this is time for the handsome face. Now we're beautiful. What do you know about the victim?
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's in with like there's the family that's like old wealth.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should have had a dragonfly on it. Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seat. They own most of the land around here, from the sugar plantations right down to the food processing plant.
Interesting. That's right. They're kind of like what was it, Harry, except very clearly evil.
Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know? They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
What do you know about the Clarksons' house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say,
Oh?
but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You best steer clear of that place. That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast.
Interesting.
They folks with real power. Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days.
Uh-oh. The good old boys.
Especially the
That's
head of the
sometimes
family,
problematic.
P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters. And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all. So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe for nothing.
I think I remember mucking around in the other world on one of their properties.
Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind. Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here. They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed you off. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart, and when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's the deep south for you. This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way. Like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief, right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans. They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism. Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
What's your point?
Cat People. That's my point.
Cat People.
1982, directed by Paul Schrader. The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s. The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards.
Oh yeah, super realistic.
Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers.
The heck?
I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all. Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching
Hyper-realism.
it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of Cat People for myself.
Oh, please. Don't say that, York. No. No! Don't reenact Cat People, please.
That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
Okay.
David's like, what?
Another vital element of Cat People is the presence of Malcolm McDowell.
Very important.
Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Oh, talk about a masterpiece. Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie. His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder.
I'm gonna have to, like, get a list of the movies he lists off, because even if they're terrible, they sound at least like they're super interesting.
Period. You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
Whatever you say, mister.
David's like, I don't want any trouble, sir.
So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it. I already covered all the important parts. When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister. Why do you look so excited, huh? Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
Sounds like it's a personal problem, if you ask me. 1 second. Ugh.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes, but folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou.
Interesting.
And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar.
Oh, yeah, I remember looking for the altar. It's creepy. 1 second. Trying to adjust my mic, and it's... I need to get a better arm for this pop filter.
An altar?
Like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Voodoo?
Nah, wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces, scattered around the altar like.
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen the car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question. Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Huh?
Yeah, so this is how the game justifies York not driving a car around the city.
But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night, when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent.
What?
In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here. But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities.
Man, York looks like he's wearing pajamas.
And I've also
I can't
already
unsee it.
acquired another mode of transportation.
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not really. But I'll listen if you want me to.
Then please do.
He's like,
After I
no,
finished my work in
please stop.
Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible, especially in California.
Oh, that sounds like
now
fun.
I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana. So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
A hybrid car?
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars.
Yeah, he got a Prius.
Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we finally entered the 21st century.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, just around this year, I think the first Toyota Prius was coming out.
Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity. Who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley.
It reminds me of a scene from Gattaca, another old movie. But yeah, Gattaca, it's like this dystopian future where everybody is like a DNA designer baby, but this one guy isn't, and they all the cars are electric.
I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter, 1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs. It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself, especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, yeah, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
He's
Sorry, I
going
got
on
off
so
topic.
many tangents.
I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it. And in its place, they left me this.
What?
Yeah.
Skateboard.
A skateboard?
I mean, back in this time, skateboarding was still super rad and cool, you know?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels. Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised? No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks. It was a journey of self-discovery.
Dang, York is just He's just a prodigy.
Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today.
Ooh. Oh, I feel hesitant to walk outside just hearing that.
Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Lise Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell.
Oh,
Once we
goodness.
get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again.
Oh, thank goodness he didn't say, let's watch Cat People
I'm
again.
already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach. The searing light. These scents. It's the deep south. That was a fabulous breakfast. You're the world.
Oh, whoops.
Wait, mister.
My bad.
You didn't take a single bite.
Ah, but we had the coffee. That's all that matters.
Well, the tea was to die for.
Oh, sorry, the tea. Wait a second. I thought York told Harry that he didn't like tea.
But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Okay, so he doesn't like tea. He's just being polite right now. All right. So now we can actually get around and actually walk. So it took a while, but if you're patient, you'll get past the intro of the game. But yeah, fair warning, this game has many performance issues. But that's just sort of part of the charm. Underneath is a very interesting story and fun gameplay. And some wacky glitches. Oh yeah, we can't go down quite yet. Where is this room? Oh, here it is. Oh, hey, Pond, welcome on in. Yes. Aren't I beautiful? Yeah, we just got done playing Ebe, and we just got into the beginning of the actual game. It takes like 40 minutes to get to here, but we made it.
Chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you?
Oh, sorry. I keep cutting it off.
It's about time we ordered a new briefcase. Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much.
Yeah, hello, Pond. Welcome on in.
This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stain's from Miami. Ah, Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two, even with the help of the drugs. A feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor.
Oh no.
Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
But you know what we do have in this game? We have working mirrors.
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
Take that, AAA developers. Okay, so we're gonna go over the case here of the Saint Rouge.
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected
Pond.
to it somehow. The 16-year-old girl who was murdered. Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar. The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare.
Yep, that's her
And he seems to be
grandpappy.
more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
All right, we've organized evidence, apparently. It's Casa
You know,
Pineapple, but,
I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay. For a
back
movie
when
being
Michael
shown
Bay
at a
was still
cinema complex, it was
making actual
surprisingly
movies.
Artistic. An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi. That director's going to change the history of art house films. Are you following me here?
So I used to like it, but this game made me realize that York has a lot of hot takes and predictions of the future.
This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zach.
Absolutely. It absolutely won't be washed away by an entire Transformers franchise in a couple years.
You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
I'm so sorry, York. This must be what ruined his life. In 2018, he realized it just wasn't happening. He who knocks. Heisenberg? I already told you, I'm not in the market for more meth. Zach is into the devil's lettuce.
Hey there, chef. What's cooking?
No,
Chef.
York. He's not a chef.
What are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
He's in his concierge form.
I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that Le Carré is French, but does it have any special meaning?
So I think Le Carré means the
Why, yes,
face
sir,
or
of course it
facade.
does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Le carré means square in French.
Oh, okay. Could also mean square.
And
That's it.
that's it?
Yes, that's it, sir.
I guess
You
I
take a
I
gander
guessed
at the
that
town
very
map in the
wrong.
lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Why, thank you, David. I appreciate your concierge mode. That smile.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality, just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say, the job makes the man.
Yes, and if you are paying attention, there is a voodoo altar in our room. This just comes free with the room service here. It's kind of like when they put like when you're like at the Marriott and they put like a little Bible in your drawer. Down here you just get like full-on voodoo altar. I forget. I don't think we can shave in this one. No, we can shave. We can shave. It's back. Okay, we can shave. 10 out of 10. Oh yeah, I think we can shower too.
Due to the nature of our work, we've had to stay at hotels all over America. But Zach, do you know what I hate most about living out of a hotel? Shower pressure.
Oh yeah.
The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water, correct? Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak water pressure. It's an outrage. And I'll keep tooting my horn about this every chance I get, believe you me.
So we had to censor that. We can have twerking on screen, but we can't have, you know, like full frontal York nudity. That's too far. Got the toolbox, the closet. All right. So I am going to go downstairs. We'll go check out that map.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century.
Ugh.
Now that's what I call a hotel.
That sounds nasty.
Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him.
I like this guy.
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see.
Ooh.
That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from what?
He doesn't get dark laughter when he laughs.
You fool. You know the answer.
Only York gets,
As for me,
sorry, Zach gets
just call
dark
me
laughter.
Hogan.
Sup, Hugon?
Title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Yeah. A man after York's heart with that smile.
Do you comprehend the oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Felton maidens, in the shrine of hunger, find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
Oh, I think I remember what this
An
means.
ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the oracle.
You know, I bet that's a picture
Zach, did
of
you
the,
hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos.
that's probably a
But
picture of,
such
like,
is
the
our duty.
founding member of the
We
town.
need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
All right. Oh yeah, we still need to check out the map.
Zach, this is Lucare.
I love
I think
this
I'm
game's use of
finally starting to
reflections.
understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules. Zach, what did you think of Hungan's oracle? Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle. Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside.
All right, now we need to figure out where we need to go.
By tracking down those 10 maidens. The oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now, where in this town can one satiate their hunger? The hotel and where? In Alexis's Diner and Lane.
Yeah, that's the altar of hunger.
This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign.
Those are the 10 maidens.
I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time. Nice job, Zach. I knew you'd be able to find it. Now for the other oracle.
The zero.
There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? I'm sure we'll find out later. First, let's just figure out where we need to go. Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents? 0 is usually treated as a base number, but under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7
Oh, so it would be in the food storage.
Cold storage warehouse. That's got to be it. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below freezing. Be honest now, Zach. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
Yeah, obviously. I think the flying serpent is... I think the flying serpent is I think it's a windsock, if I recall.
Hungan? What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
Gotta go for a sig break.
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel.
Ah,
If you're
David,
dying of
busboy
smoke,
mode.
Head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At
bellboy.
your service, boss.
I love David. David's my favorite
Are
character
you
in this game.
Good friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more, nothing less.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach.
We
It
found
just
someone crazier than
screams deep
us.
South, actually. No, it doesn't. This is all his charm.
Yeah,
So,
look at the
If I
individual.
want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Oh, York, what a man. All right, we gotta fell 10 maidens, which means we need to get a strike. All right. All right, get a bit of a loading screen because it is a large area that we're going into. All right. And there it is, the red tree. A tree that Zach said ruined his life. Okay, good. It's going. I thought it was gonna crash for a second. I panicked because I haven't saved yet.
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease.
And there she is, the other main character of this story.
You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
Hello, small child.
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia.
Well, yeah, but smoking also
We're always
contributes to
surrounded by
those.
easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right?
Ooh. That was weird. He's like, fine, I'll write your contract. Sassy child.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Well, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper. Sang
Uh-oh.
Rouge is here, too. This must mean that Sang Rouge is connected to the Lise Clarkson murder case somehow.
Sergo, we
This
probably
is a
shouldn't give you back
sprawling
this
case that's
wrapper.
spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
Should we give the drug paper back to the child?
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Yo, it's world's
Thank you
best
for your
dad!
information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
It's his MO. Even a special agent needs to stay sharp when it comes to the basics. We can run. Oh, that's right, we can crouch in this game. You also dodge by running. Move camera, melee attack, red room. Okay, so we can go into the red room now, which is basically our menu. Okay, there's our map. In the map menu, you can view the map and set custom waypoints. Simply move the cursor over the point where you'd like to place the waypoint, then press A. This will make indicators appear to help guide you forward toward your destination on the overworld. Using waypoints makes traveling much easier. This would have been really, really nice for the first game, because you can't see the entire map in the first game. You can't, like, zoom all the way out. So you just, after a while, you just kind of have to memorize the layout of the town. Okay. Well, there's Alexis's diner, so we can put a waypoint there. Nope. We can CQC. Oh yeah, that's right. He also runs the general store. Is he in the driver's seat? There's nobody in this car. Second. Yeah, there's nobody in this car. Patricia, your daddy's a ghost.
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about. I'm Melvin. They call me the sheriff round here.
Yeah, it's world's best dad, Melvin.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But call me York if you can. That's what everyone calls me.
Huh? Well, all right.
Well, if you recall...
Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
So if you recall,
I'm sure you figured this out.
on his ID, it says
town's
Zach
small.
Morgan. So that's why people are always weirded out when he
Folks
introduces
already
himself as
busy
York.
Spreading gossip about how some FBI agents come to town. Now, I reckon you came from the city. What was it? D.C., L.A., or New York? Anywho, in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fella who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard and no one would bat an eye. That's the city for you. Now, I never lived in one myself, but I visited them a few times, so I know what it's like.
Sure.
All pigs must die in the city of wolves.
Patricia's face.
Now, does that sound badass?
I'm
or
sorry, you
what?
can't see her
I
right
bet
now.
you'd- Hey.
She's giving them this look of
I know,
absolute contempt.
CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all.
CLG, does that sound for cute little girl?
Anywho, round these parts, everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to protect the town, I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Zach, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is. Melvin, about the Lise Clarkson case.
I knew you were here for that case. Can't put one past the FBI. So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh? Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
The Lise Clarkson case is connected to a top-secret case that we've...
I know. If you're fixing to take the lead, then go right ahead. I'm just the humble sheriff of a tiny little town. My jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So I'm gonna give you my full cooperation.
Well, this is
Mr. Special Agent, sir.
a stark change from George, but we know how that turned
Well, Zach,
out.
that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon. Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah. Now, that's what I call a special agent. You already figured that much out. But, I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much, you know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's
Don't question
incredible.
our methods,
I don't
Melvin.
believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
How about that? Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
Sounds good.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open during certain hours. so you'll have to come during those hours. I ain't looking to create any further disturbances. So be on time. Got it? Come on, let's roll, CLG.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York. I'll see you at the warehouse.
That's right. Patricia's a strong, independent 12-year-old. Oh yeah, by the way, Melvin also runs a mobile general shop, so you can buy stuff from him too. He wears all the hats. All right. So this is how we get around. And here we get on the skateboard and away we go. Let's see. Let's check out the map really quick. Okay, so we're gonna go to the diner. Oh yeah, and we also get special music. And you may see the game jitter and shake, and that's normal. Yeah, Patricia?
You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are you?
Well, little girl, last time I checked, no, I was not.
Or using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking organizations?
Okay, where are you leading with these questions?
I've arrested people who've done both, but I've never engaged in either of those activities myself. Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more about the psychology of the criminals I deal with.
It was just a joke. Why are you getting all serious? And don't tell me what you imagine, or else I'll get scared of you for real. Hey, can I come with you? You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about my daddy.
Do whatever you like. This is America, land of the free. But I have one condition.
What condition?
Don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter. Zach, it feels like she's carrying something with her. Kind of reminds me of you back when we first met. I can't leave her alone like this. You feel the same way, don't you?
All right. So... Oh shoot, I'm all turned around now. Which direction are we? Okay. We're gonna do a 180. Whoops.
Melvin called you a
Oh man,
strange
that
name.
tree was seen better days.
What exactly does that mean?
Clever little girl. That's what it stands for.
Oh, it's clever little girl. Okay, got it. And then... Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it looks like they've applied a lot of optimizations to this game since the last time I played. And by optimizations, I mean that they completely destroyed the trees loading in, because when I last played it, those trees didn't look like PNGs in the distance. Oh, and we're here. Over there? Oh, here we are. Can I, Okay, I can't pop the balloon yet. Alright. Alexis Diner and Lane.
Patty, is something wrong?
I got something to say. When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right? If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
Professor R.
Yeah, Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other side of the bayou.
How do you know that?
Because.
Because, huh? Interesting.
Alexis has been unlocked. Owl's Nest has been unlocked. I don't know what these things are. Okay. But anyway, I think now is a good time to take a little break and shut things down for today. So we're gonna save, that way in case we crash, we're all good. But yeah, this is a Deadly Premonition 2. It's a wild world, we get to skateboard around, and we get to have a little child constantly nagging at us. So in all, it's a good time. You guys can't see, but I definitely have a huge smile on my face. I love the dialogue in this game. And I love the music as well. It's definitely part of the experience. And the jank isn't too bad either, so. That being said, let me see. There is a person that's also playing a detective game, so let's send you over to her. I recently found out about this person through like a friend of a friend. And so I'll send you over. She's really cool. Her name's April, and she is a cat girl VTuber. So we'll send you over to her. 1 second. So be nice, behave, and definitely be nice to her and her community. Oh, and 1 second. Before I forget, we did have a couple of announcements over here. Let me bring it up. So I realized that I didn't see this, but Pond, if you're still here, thank you for the raid yesterday. I think you raided right when I was ending the stream. So I didn't pick it up the last time. And also thank you, Chevy Lover, for the follow. But yeah, we are gonna wrap up for tonight. But once again, thank you so much for being part of this experience. I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. Let's send you over to April. All right. Well, again, thank you very much for being on this journey with me. We're definitely going to get more into DP2 as we go. And I will send you over. Let me sorry, I'm trying to get stuff set up. I'll see you guys in a 3, a 2, and a 1. Thanks for coming by.